it's me, Special News Correspondent Johnny Woodrow, bringing you this latest news update. After they made it inside the Flowers estate, they decided to split up and begin their search, leaving no page unturned. They managed to find Billy's moonshining ledgers, Thomas Pitts's letters, the secret room in the library, and the sausages in the fridge. During their search, they decided to think ahead and sabotage the police keeping watch by putting their cruiser out of commission. But it would seem that plan has backfired, as they now know they're there. Well, my friends, the gang do truly seem to be in a pickle. Or shall I say, on thin ice.
Why the fuck would you break our front tire? Where did you put it? I would, kindly request the three of you come up with whatever reasonings and or explanations you can come up with to get out of this situation. The cops are at the front door.
If I'm in the library, I have a question.
Alright.
This is just me, but I imagine a library would be more to the back of the estate than the front, right?
That would be accurate.
Can I just open a window and get out?
I would say yes.
I mean, is the lounge in the where's the lounge?
The lounge would be probably very central. Your biggest issue is probably the fact that since it's so central, there are no windows to crawl out of. And if you're going to exit, you're going to be walking out into, like, the foyer where the cops are right now.
Fuck.
I have a request, if I may make it.
Go on ahead.
I did establish that I left a meat trail towards the cruiser.
You did.
I'm going to open the kennels.
Oh,
I'm going to be honest. The meat trail is literally why they found out their car was broke, because I had them roll to notice the sausage trail. They followed it to their car.
I was prepping, but it didn't go anywhere. But I'm going to open the kennels and let the dogs out.
Who let the dogs out?
it was Walter King.
If anything, they're probably somewhat friendly to me because I fed them earlier.
Yeah, you fed them earlier. So you open the kennel and you kind of like make enough noise to kind of get their attention. And the moment they see that it's open, they just kind of slowly crawl out and they just slowly start picking their way through the sausage pieces all the way to the car.
Which I'm assuming is near the front door.
Which is near the front door. One moment. Actually, you know what? This is more proper. Give me a group luck check. So who has the lowest luck has to roll for the party on this one to see.
Fuck me.
I have 35.
Oh, that's not bad.
Cross your fingers, my boy.
So it is me. Cool.
It is you.
I've got 40, so.
Okay. So the dogs do get by the car, and one of the officers does notice it, and he kind of turns and he's like, "Oh, what the hell? The dogs are out." The other guy's like, he shoves his friend off. "Take them back to the kennel. I don't care. I'm gonna find the people in the house." So I'm gonna give you a minor partial success in the fact that someone has to deal with the dogs now, but not both of them.
Okay, cool. I was wondering if the dogs might have gone not crazy, but maybe just like be more distracting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fair.
It would seem that these are not his war dogs, but these are his home dogs.
So I am going to we're just going to cross our fingers because this guy has to start searching the building. So I'm rolling for what room he searches first.
Why don't we go out the back door?
Yep, back door. Stealthfully.
You hear him. There is no back door. The only way out is through the front.
Give us a back door key.
Okay, no, what I mean, like, where you're at right now, your only way out is to go into the foyer where the cop is right now. But, you wait a little bit. You know what, give me a listen, the two of you in the lounge. I know you've been rolling a lot of those tonight, but
this is where it
could be a moment. Yeah. You would not hear, unfortunately, but I'm gonna put it this way. The cop is going somewhere. You unfortunately know not where.
Okay.
You could make the assumption he's not coming towards the lounge right now, and you could just stay in the lounge. You could assume he might actually be going to the library, and you could probably make a break for it. You have no idea. So the question is, do you make your run for it now, or not?
Yannik looks at Gregory with a
Sorry, I'm just still chuckling over Jarrod's reaction as the cops when they realize that the fucking wheel's gone.
Okay. Okay.
It's just that a guy rolled a 4% to notice this trail of hot dog or sausage. It's like, okay, what a lad. So what are you two doing? the ball's in your court,
I'm thinking I'm just kind of waiting at the moment,
so you're going to play the waiting game.
just for a second, and after a while, then I'll try to go out.
Same.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Before anything, I want to essentially crack the door or find some way to peek through.
Give me a stealth.
Oh
lad.
shit!
You crack it open. It's a good thing you passed too, because you crack it open and you look in the hall basically, and you see coming from the garage one of the cops, and he seems to be heading towards the library. He passes right by the bloody door, but does not notice you. And you can hear him mumbling to himself, "Fucking assholes."
Yannik is going to look at Gregory and he's going to go, "Now would be the time to move now."
All right, so you two make your way out of the lounge, and I assume you're heading for the back door.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys make your moves, head that way. What's Walter doing? You're by the kennels, and
Yeah, a cop is going to be coming.
yeah, you see a cop, and he's basically trying to wrangle the dogs.
Yeah, because I know he's going to be coming my way. I'm going to sneak kind of around the house and head to the garage.
Okay, so you're going like round back to get to the garage. Conveniently, basically, you get to the back of the house around the same time Yannik and Gregory come out the back door.
Shit, I didn't realize that. That is convenient.
Yeah. So you guys are all out of the house right now. The cops
Walter's just
are
carrying like his briefcase and like a little chest, and he has a fucking like 42 on his like tucked under his belt. Like, sorry, 41.
yeah, the 41. It's a pretty big handgun.
Yannik looks at the 41 and makes a yeesh face.
Yeesh.
Alright, well, I think, friends, we should probably make a break for it.
I agree with that.
Well, what's the plan? Do we take the car?
Oh, just take the car. I mean, we only need to go ahead of them, and they can't use their car, you know?
Well, hopefully the car starts.
Okay, so you guys make your way around to the garage.
Mm-hmm.
You can still hear the cop in the front, like he's negotiating with the dogs is the best way to do it. He's like, "Guys, at the kennel, why are you just get in the kennel, please?" It's like he is struggling right now.
Is this the same cop? This is the same cop who wasn't. He
It's
wasn't
the same cop who was yelling about the tire.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, where did you put it?
Yes. It is the exact same cop.
The other cop is probably more professional, but this guy's like, he's just trying to do his job.
He's searching the place. I'm rolling. He's moving place to place.
Cool.
But you make it to the garage. You let yourselves in through the side door. You, I assume, pile in.
I guess.
Yeah, we pile in.
Yep, Yannick's gonna take the driver's seat.
Yeah, Yannick's in the seat.
Keys are already in the ignition, so that should be no problem.
Okay, cool.
Give me a drive check. And depending on how you roll, this is either going to be horrible or amazing.
You want to use luck?
I'm gonna throw 5 luck into that.
Okay.
Oh.
Unfortunately, you turn the engine over, and it makes a horribly loud, just bang noise. It backfires immediately, and then the engine catches fire.
I don't suppose this is a
Okay.
push moment.
This is a push. This is for sure a push moment. Can we push it?
God.
Oh
Push,
god, we
push,
might blow
push.
up the car and kill ourselves.
Guys, okay.
I didn't realize it was gonna catch on fire so quick.
I think we removed something very vital.
Can we just say that it doesn't? Can we say that it doesn't catch fire until after?
It just might get worse if you push. It's already pretty bad. Remember, he already critical failed trying to fix this thing.
I know.
Yeah.
So how you push it? Are you just like, fuck it, floor it?
I'm gonna get out of the car. I was like, that's not good.
Actually, no, I'm not. No, fuck it. Get out.
Okay.
This is a good distraction.
We just need to run. Yeah, I guess we just need to run.
Yeah.
Yep, cheese it.
Yeah, you know what? If we're running, I'm just gonna grab like a can of kerosene, just chuck it on the motor and run.
Jesus.
Oh shit.
You basically, it's like, this looks flammable, and you just throw it on the car, and you just out the garage door.
I ask Yannik to hold the chest for me when I do that.
I'll hold on to it.
Oh my god. Okay, so I think our current situation, I'm gonna roll one thing, and that will dictate how horribly or beautifully this goes. Okay. The cop who's handling the dogs rolled an 80%, so you out the front door and you're moving it, or, well, the front of the garage, and you look and you see the cop with the dogs, and he has lost it. He's getting nowhere. The other cop is nowhere to be seen, and you guys book it down the hill as fast as you can. Night closing in.
Before we leave, once we leave out the front gate, I'm gonna padlock the gate.
My lord.
You get your chain, you wrap the chain around it and padlock it shut.
Yep.
Brilliant.
These guys are just gonna be stuck here. I mean, there's probably tools inside that they can use to get them out, but that's time, Gary. That's us.
That's time. And like that, you have successfully raided Billy Flowers' estate.
Yep.
It went better than expected.
Honestly.
We are assholes.
Oh my god. Where the fuck did you put our tire?
They got attacked by a bunch of gremlins.
That's really what happened.
They didn't see anyone, period. They never spotted us. They didn't see the shadow of our reflection in the mirror. They just said, all they saw was that there was food on the ground, their tire was missing, the garage probably blew up.
There was a trail of meat leading to the fucking car? Why the fuck is there meat here?
Honestly, there's probably so much distress they wouldn't even realize that the ledger's gone.
I would like to take this time to remind people who listen to this that this is supposed to be horror, and this is for sure a horror comedy right now.
It's a horror comedy.
Oh no, I'm gonna be honest, this could have gotten real horror if you guys, you know what, that'll be in the news on the next session. We'll get there.
I really didn't want to kill a cop, guys. Jarrod kept showing me a bunch of weapons. I'm like, I mean, I could take him out if I really tried.
As I said, you're not supposed to take sanity damage today, so you have avoided
No,
it thus far.
I haven't killed anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't I desensitized to killing
Yeah, I
people
think,
now?
just so everyone knows, we took sanity damage when we killed Billy Flowers last time. We just never talked
Yeah.
about it.
Except me. Me.
I took sanity damage. No one else did.
I took sanity damage because I saw one get fucking head blasted.
Oh, did you?
They
Did
got
you? I
the
thought-
5-gum experience.
He didn't take as much as you, though. Anywho, you guys are fine? Yannik doesn't need to worry about sanity damage from people dying. He went to war, so...
Yeah, he's fine.
Yep.
I mean, he's not fine, but he can survive it.
He's relatively okay.
Compared to you two, you make your way back to Arkham very slowly. It's dark, but
But yeah, we're just trekking it back, and we'll eventually just probably have to hike walk it.
Yep.
you do make it back to the city, and by then it's probably getting closer to 8, 9 o'clock-ish. The sun's getting pretty low, but you are in Arkham proper. You got the box, you got the ledger, you've got... What else did you grab? You guys grabbed a lot of things. The letter?
We grabbed ledger, chest. That's really more for Mr. Mayweather to look at. I think those are the main things I grabbed. I have a pistol, but that's about it.
Unfortunately, no one gets the sawed-off shotgun.
I didn't grab it.
You should have put it in the box.
The sort of shotgun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I elected not to grab it because I thought we had time to maybe one of you guys to grab it on your own.
But the most important thing, you grabbed the gin.
You did grab the gin.
You know what? While we're walking, can we just have a
You guys are
shot?
probably just passing the bottle back and forth between each other on the way home.
Friends, I know we went through a bit of trouble back there. About to say, I think we succeeded, and to add on to this little celebration, pulls out the bottle of gin from the chest.
Yannik looks at you with like the biggest wide-eyed, and he goes, well, you know what also goes with alcohol? Pulls out the box of cigars.
Yeah, can we just have a moment while we're walking back just to take cigars and drink gin?
Yeah, you guys, it's chill because the cops can't pursue you with the cop car. They can't pursue you on foot because you've locked them in. They're stuck there for now until they can, get something to break the chain.
Brilliant. You know, gotta say, this is quite possibly the worst thing they've ever done. I've blown up a trash can before. Did I tell you that story?
No, you
No.
haven't.
Alright, so when I was a kid, right, I used to get an allowance, right? I get 5 cents or whatever. So what I did was I saved up. I didn't buy anything for a couple months or something. So I saved them up, and it was around July, so we'd go down to the the fireworks store, and I bought a whole bunch of cherry bombs. I believe about I can't remember the conversion, but some set of them equals a stick of dynamite. I can't remember. I want to say 2 or 3 equals a quarter. I bought 10 of them, right? So what I did was, I was a little mischievous critter, so I took, I think a knife or something like that, and I bored a hole in them, and I emptied them into a little bag, and with a paper wick, I threw it in the trash can and lit it and ran. And, well, let's just say a few shattered windows and a flying lid later, there was no more trash can.
God.
And I did a little magic trick and made the trash can disappear. And my dad beat my ass. Yeah, the police got called. They thought something had gone wrong. My dad figured it out after some paperwork. They followed the receipts and saw that I bought cherry bombs. And yeah, a few weeks later, though, a friend of mine tried to one-up me and lost a finger. So.
Yeah?
Oh,
that took a turn.
no. That does not sound good.
Yeah, he's in prison now.
Ooh.
Not because he lost a finger, but for other reasons.
Well,
See, the worst thing I've ever done was I've accidentally took someone's kill.
Walter just looks down at, like, these two guns. He's like, am I a murderer now?
I mean, yes. Now the question is, how do you cope?
Jenna, of course.
With gin and cigars, obviously.
Yeah. But seeing that with Walter, Yannik will look and will go, to be fair though, Mr. King, from personal experience, it was either you or him, and the first person who is able to make the shot first is often the one that walks out alive.
Well, I mean, that's mighty funny of you to hear, but, like, I didn't really, he kind of wasn't going to shoot me initially. I'm pretty clear on that. I just kind of opened fired, and I never really used a gun that much, or, like, ever, and he just kind of died.
Well, there were many other guns I didn't know how to use as well during the war, and, well, I learned to use them, along with some creative measures on one occasion.
Oh man, you should I should tell you guys about the secret room I found.
Oh shit, you found the secret
Wait,
room?
what?
Yeah, it's where I found this shit. You register to, like, the chest and like the 41.
Yeah, I assumed you found something, but I guess that makes sense that you did find it.
No, I found the gin, and I found the dude had a Browning fucking rifle.
Minor flashbacks.
Okay, Yannik would probably just have some
just some PTSD.
Yeah, you see Yannick's eyes just go wide, and he just kind of stares off for a moment, and he just takes the gin and just takes a little bit of a stronger
Just a big gulp.
swig.
I think we walk in silence.
So, well, you did show the box off, so if anyone wants to make a history check to identify the insignia and stuff on it.
You know what? I'll try.
Yeah, I'll throw it. I'll throw my hands at it.
I'm gonna throw hands at history.
Catch these hands.
Square up, history.
Oh!
Wow.
That's just insulting.
Man,
Damn
Yannik, you almost knew something.
Yannik almost knew something.
Mayweather it is.
Yeah, you guys are unfamiliar, so you do make it back. It's probably after moving through the streets of Arkham. You get to the museum.
We put the gin away, by the way. I just want to put that out there. We put that away when we get into the.
You probably just put it in the box so no one can see it.
We just put it in the box. We keep the cigars though.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get to the front door to the museum and you try it and it's locked. So I assume one of you knocks. Shave it a haircut.
Fuck you.
All jokes are told in threes. And Dudley opens the door. He's like, "Hey y'all, I was told to like wait for you, so I see you got the secret code knock thing going on." It's like, well, that's a real nice box you got there.
Yeah, I found it recently, and I wanted to show Mr. Mayweather.
Indeed.
You know, I'm gonna let Dudley roll a history.
I swear to God.
If Dudley knows, I swear to God.
Please roll extreme success. Please, Dudley.
My boy.
Nah, he does not, unfortunately. It's a real nice chest.
To be fair, that check he rolled was pretty par for the course of what we could expect.
That box is pretty.
Yeah, it really is. It's in character. It's real nice, like, but Mr. Mayweather's still in his office, but you could probably just let yourselves in, because there's like no one in here right now. We've closed for the night, but
I imagine so. It's pretty late.
it is. It's getting kind of dark out. But I was told to stick around because, like, he knew you guys were coming back and he wanted to make sure, I was here in case something went wrong. So here I am. I'm getting paid overtime for this or something, so that's pretty nice.
Oh, well, that's good.
Still haven't got that raise yet. Should ask about that raise.
Well, I can talk to Mr. Mayweather about that.
The way things are going, you just might get one here soon enough.
Oh shucks, that sounds great. Well, anyway, I gotta stay at the door because I'm supposed to let that one lady in later, and well, she ain't here yet.
Huh.
I mean, we're early, so you said it was like 8, right?
Yeah, it's closer to 8:30 by now.
Yeah. So we're a bit early. So she would be here at 10.
We're very early.
You were wanting to roll psychology on Dudley,
You
right?
rolling psychology on Dudley?
Yeah, that's what
I
you're-
want to roll psychology on Dudley. I want to see if he would like the gin, if he's like a gin man, or if this is like he would rat us out or just tell us off.
Go on ahead, I guess.
How much did I actually put points in psychology? Yes, I did.
I did not.
That's sad.
No, I don't know.
It's hard to read Dudley because he's just so pure.
He's so pure. I'll not
Don't taint our Dudley with your devil water.
Look, man, we're in the Prohibition days. This is like the only time you'd ever drink alcohol.
God. I mean, if anyone is going to offer alcohol to the Boy Scout, it is going to be Walter King.
For sure, it's going to be Walter King. I won't do that though. We'll just go inside.
It's like, I'm the cool teacher. Hey, son, you want to drink some alcohol while you're still young?
I just realized during that thing, it's mainly just because I had good spot hidden, but like, Jesus Christ. Walter was way too in his element on that arc.
Who would have thought the con man's good at committing crimes?
It's a shame I didn't succeed a single spot.
And the soldier's good at making sure to notice the enemy.
You're good at making things catch fire.
It's good at breaking things. Honestly, yeah, you really did on accident set everything up to, immolate.
Listen, the points for Flammenwerfer, it's a foreshadowing.
Yeah, I guess. So you make your way over to his office. His door is already open, and you let yourselves in. He's currently got a notebook that he's writing some stuff down. He looks up. He's like, "Oh, you guys are early." So he sees the box. What?
We got things.
Yes.
We got things. Most of it's probably for Miss Rosemary to see, but we wanted to see if you would take a look at this. And he puts the box down in front of him. Would you know anything about this, perhaps? And he slowly opens it and takes the gin out.
He looks at the gin. He's like, "I see you found a little bit more than what you were bargained for."
Yeah. Would you like a little cup?
No. I need my wits about me if I'm about to do something. So,
All right.
Lightweight.
Mr. Mayweather, don't fuck up,
Yeah.
my boy. He looks at the box and he kind of, This is property of the Marsh family. Are you familiar with the Marsh family?
No.
No.
I'm foreign, so that's a no.
Yeah, fair enough. Very old family here in the Massachusetts area. Used to be, I think, privateers back in the 1800s.
That's a bit random.
But this one's a little bit more specific than just the Marsh family in general. This is property of Barnabas Marsh. Runs a refinery over in, what was the name? The city of Innsmouth, if you ever heard of it. It's a gold refinery, actually.
No, I don't think I have. I don't think I have heard of Innsmouth.
We heard like a little bit of a horror story from a cabbie, but that's about it.
Yeah, well, assuming that this is property of Barnabas Marsh and the gold refinery he owns, then we could probably assume that this was probably filled with gold at one point.
And it was empty when you found it, huh?
Well, I found the chest. It was empty, so this would probably mean that,
You don't think there's a secret compartment, would you?
Oh,
I mean, it would be good for moonshining.
well, it was I don't know, maybe.
This box is too thin to have, like, hidden compartments inside of it.
I also think you'd notice, like, if, like, the dimensions inside versus the outside.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't think that, we'd find much from this box. I mean, we could return the box to Mr. Marsh, but,
I guess we got a lead.
Yeah, it does mean that Billy Flowers at least had some connection with Mr. March down in Innsmouth, if nothing else.
That would probably be accurate.
And it might be where they got that gold.
Lucius kind of snaps his finger. Might be onto something. Though that gold bar, did it have a marking on it? Most gold that goes through refining process usually gets marked from the whatever, refinery is working on it.
I think she said something about it, but I don't remember.
We didn't really have like a close inspection of it.
Yeah. Well, she should be in within the hour, give or take, so assuming she has the gold,
Oh yeah, we could just.
which I don't think she ever drops it, so
I mean.
could probably give it a look-see, and who knows? Maybe they're connected.
Oh yeah, we also found some other things, but
Such as?
they may be a little more for
They're more for her.
more for her really. It's I don't think it would. I imagine you want to keep your hands as clean as you can in this current deal, Mr. Mayweather.
He shrugs his shoulder. You've brought alcohol into my office.
And the offer is still on the table.
Literally, it's sitting right there.
I've noticed. So are you guys just gonna play a waiting game?
Yeah, we're just gonna sit and wait. I'll take a swig of the gin, but then I'm gonna put it away.
Yeah.
I will ask if we regained sanity from that afterwards.
Getting wasted.
Yeah, because we did complete a mission.
Nah.
It's investigation.
That's the key word.
You haven't completed an investigation. Thomas is still at large. Eventually, Rosemary does show up with her stupidly red hat.
It's a nice hat.
And she comes in and she sees the box. Well, it looks like you found something. I hope it wasn't too dangerous for you.
It got a little hairy at the end, but we got out. They never saw our face, and we left with them in a bit of a pickle.
And they may be missing one less veal.
Gee, I didn't really confirm. Did you guys even get spotted? Because I was sneaky as a cat in that situation.
No, no one saw us.
Oh shit.
Well, I guess that's good news.
Yeah, the police for sure are not going to be happy with what happened, but we got the things. We have this here, gestures to the chest, and I believe that Feldman, you found something, the letter.
Yeah, we found this letter.
We also took your uncle's ledger too, and Yannik will pull out the ledger.
You did say that they left paperwork, so this here's the paperwork.
She kind of looks at it. I'm going to be honest with you. My specialty isn't in understanding paperwork.
Well, you could always pass it off to someone else to see if they can find anything. I mean, if you want, we can hold on to it and see and have a look later.
All you need is time.
Mr. Mayweather's just gonna clear his throat. I haven't been running a museum for profit for the last 20 years of my life to say I don't know how a ledger works.
Slide it over.
Slide it over to Mr. Mayweather.
If you want, I got a magnifying glass.
One for each eye. I hold up mine.
You'll look really cool using this thing. You'll look like a right detective using one of these.
He adjusts his glasses. I think I will be fine.
Yeah.
Lucius Mayweather with the accounting skill.
Hard success.
It's like his best skill.
It's got nothing but hard successes.
Remember, Lucius Mayweather is hard. Just as a character.
Yeah, Lucius Mayweather doesn't fuck around.
Does he come like an anvil?
Yes, he does.
That's a stupid fucking in-joke.
There's the dumbest reference.
No one will get that.
Who cares? It's funny. So, basically he starts looking it over. So from what I'm getting, he received the payment of gold a few days before the events at Independence Square, courtesy of TP, which we all know to be Thomas Pitts, which would imply that Thomas Pitts is at the very least connected with Barnabas Marsh. Okay, I guess that's a lead. Is there anything else you found lying around?
Yeah, we only have the letter, the chest, and that, right?
Yes.
I think that's
Oh.
everything.
Well, with the letter, that seals the deal. If the letter, what does the letter say?
Alright, I'll lead it off.
Well, yeah, here.
Sunday, October 3rd, Good sir, I have a minor proposition for you on this fine day. I need a fellow named Derry Delacrue removed from this earth as soon as possible, and I believe you are just the man for the job. Now, I know you want the usual request to make towards a man of your stature, but believe me when I tell you that it'll be worth your while. He'll be at Independence Square at 3 days dusk from the signing of this letter. It need not look like an accident. As for the payment for such a grandiose request, you will not only You not only but look inside the bag sent your way.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that could have been the bag. Gestures to the chest. Or maybe he was just playing pin.
The box was in a bag or something.
Yeah, that could have. No, very much could be the case.
Okay, so the curator, Lucius, kind of looks at you guys. It's like, so, Thomas has skipped town, and if he has connections to the Marsh family, I guess to find him, you should just question them next.
Indeed.
Great, so we gotta go to Innsmouth to track Marshbeard and his pirate treasure.
Yeah, seems
His
like it.
pirate treasure.
Why do I have a feeling I might have to get the machete for this? Yannik says to himself.
What is your obsession with that thing?
Lucius just looks at you. Why do you own a machete?
Does Lucius question the fact that I doubt I could hide a 41 pistol on me? It's a really big gun, right?
It's pretty sizable. He hasn't really asked the question, but he has been staring at it kind of nervously.
Oh, well, I see you're not looking very comfortable at my current arms, Mr. Mayweather.
That's a big gun.
Yeah, it's not mine.
Yeah, Rosemary looks at you. I could tell. You know, consider it a down payment. You haven't earned that gold just yet.
Well, you know, it was, yeah, we kind of found it, you know, finders keepers and all that, but,
Losers Vipers.
hey, some things go transcend borders, am I right?
Yes, and that is what the machete is.
A transcendence of borders?
Yeah, transcendence into war crimes.
The finders keepers rule transcends borders.
Well, I guess then Rosemary starts to speak. I will need to arrange to get you three into Innsmouth.
Yeah, we only heard, about Innsmouth from a disgruntled cabbie. Polite man, though. Do you know anything about it?
Let me roll. Let me roll history for Rosemary, the poor woman. Yeah, she doesn't know. She doesn't know. She just shrugs. It's like, Port City does fishing, has a refinery. I don't really know much about it.
Well, it's small.
Let's see if Mayweather, are you still hard?
Nope.
No, not even he knows the history of it. He knows the history of the Marsh family, but not of Innsmouth.
Let it be known, Lucius has gone flaccid.
He has gone. Oh no!
He should have taken the gin.
That'd make him softer. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that would have been worse. Well, if there's nothing else, I think, might be time for us to turn in for the night.
Indeed.
I think I might do a little bit more research on Innsmouth as a place to see what I can find.
Yeah, let me, know how that goes when you get up. In the meantime, Mr. Mayweather, you wouldn't have any cups around, would you?
Cups?
What's gonna stop you from drinking from the bottle?
You know what? Hey, let's just do a celebratory round, the three of us, and he passes the bottle
Is any
around.
of us gonna have to take endurance checks now?
A constitution check, sure.
Oh boy, we get to roll Constitution.
Yay.
It's a fun
Nice.
time. You've been sipping on it long enough. It's gonna kick in.
Oh yeah, this is
Yep.
fair.
It's gonna happen.
Constitution's pretty good. Let's see. Nah.
Damn.
Alright, you German bastard.
You're German. You're meant to hold your liquor. Apparently not.
Which sucks. Alright, I think I should put this down.
You two get a little bit more tipsy. Gregory, you're just feeling merry. This has been good for you. And with some of you somewhat liquored up and others holding it better than the rest, you retire to your respective cabins for the night, knowing full well that in your future you are going to have to investigate the city of Innsmouth itself.
Hey everyone, it's me, Adam, editor of today's podcast and the player of Gregory Feldman. This podcast is brought to you by 6 Gum. Why chew 5 gum when you can chew 6? Anyway, that's so stupid. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching so far. This marks the end of the second session that we had of this game, which means we are moving on to the third session. Nothing ever bad happened in Innsmouth, right? Right? I don't know, I'm asking for a friend. Speaking of friends, you should share this podcast with some of your friends. It helps me by getting my podcast out there, and it helps you because you're making your friends happy. And that's all that matters, right? The next episode will hopefully be out Monday the 15th. I know this time I was late to upload, but my software crashed, and it didn't autosave. I lost an entire day of editing, and that sucked. If you want to be updated on the podcast so you don't miss an episode or know when something comes up, you can follow me at SicklyWiz on Twitter, and you too can be on top of things when it comes to announcements in this podcast. Other than that, I don't have any other announcements. Let's get back into the action, shall we?
You guys all wake up bright and early the very next day to meet up at the museum with your employers. Where is everyone staying right now, might I ask? I assume Gregory's at the university, so he could, walk across the street and be at the museum in, 5 minutes, but...
I believe that I am at the Riverside Hotel.
Yeah, you're at the Riverside Hotel, and...
And if I remember correctly, I was staying with someone, because I live in Salem.
I think you were staying with Walter.
Yes, I was.
I think that sounds about right.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, he did. I think we discussed that he was just sleeping on my couch in my hotel room.
Yeah. So, you two probably hop a taxi early in the morning. When I say early in the morning, I'm talking 6 in the morning.
That's not too bad.
Ooh, that's early.
You gotta be able to get to Innsmouth and start your investigation as soon as possible. And it's still gonna take you a while to get to Innsmouth.
It's gonna be a road trip.
Yeah, it's gonna be a road trip! Oh my god! So you all hop in the car. Well, not in the car. You hop into your taxi to get down to the museum. Gregory, you just wake up, 10 minutes before you're scheduled to meet up with everybody and just, freshen up, put some clothes on, grab whatever you need to. On that note, what are you grabbing, everyone, this morning? I want to know what's in your inventories.
Alrighty, let me take a look here.
I have truly so many guns now.
Yeah.
If we're going to Innsmouth, Yannick's here, right?
Yes, I am.
Yannick, my friend, how are you with a revolver?
A revolver. Well, I'm pretty sure I can remember how to use one after a while. I more prefer the good rifles, though.
Well, the thing is, I got these two revolvers now. This one I bought, I bought the 32 revolver. Now I think I can conceal this on my person pretty well, but this one pulls out the 41.
Yeah.
A little less so.
It's a little bit in your face.
It's a bit big.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of don't want to take it, but I do. But I don't know if from what that cab driver told us yesterday about about Feldman, I don't know if I don't want to be walking around without protection. So I've offered this up to you if you want, but it is pretty big. I don't know if it's very concealable.
Well, if we need it, I think that should be in order. However, I wish I had the opportunity to head back to Salem to grab my machete.
God, why?
The defense machete?
Look at him. Just let him have the machete.
This is his teddy bear. This is his fucking service tool.
It's the comfort machete.
It's the comfort machete.
It is. It's the emotional support machete. It helps me get through the tough times with a swing.
Oh, man.
Alright, in that case, I think I'll just leave the 41 behind then. I'll hide it somewhere in the hotel room where the people who come in to clean don't find it.
Yeah, you could just leave the do not disturb thing on your door.
Yeah, I could just flip that.
Obviously, I'm bringing the doctor's bag, sketch pad and all that, and the handcuffs.
Right. On the note of that, while you're getting your stuff together this morning, Yannik, it's around this time that you finally realize that the brass knuckles you bought the other day are just not anywhere on your person. You've checked your pockets, your bags, you searched through your doctor's bags. It's just gone, and you have no idea where.
Oh, that's right.
Yannik just stares up into the sky and he's just like,
Scheiße! Curses God.
He holds back from slamming the wall and he goes, I did have a pair of brass knuckles, but it seems during our scuffle I lost them.
I mean, I wish I could give you something to replace it. Slides 41 revolver in under a pair of underwear in a closet. I mean, I have a hand drill. That helps, but probably not, I'm guessing.
I forgot you had that.
You don't need a Jeffrey Dahmer someone, alright? Don't use that hand drill as a weapon.
Oh, that's fucking cursed.
Jarrod, for what I'm bringing, I'm just bringing what's mostly in my inventory, except for the electric torch and the hand drill. Everything else is like, you know, it's like a briefcase, a magnifying glass, just, you know.
Yeah. And Yannik is taking his medical supplies and I would say his knuckle dusters, but life is cruel, isn't it?
Yes.
So you guys hop out so early that the sun hasn't even risen yet, and you hail a cab, take you 15 minutes or so to get to the museum. Gregory, on the other hand, what are you grabbing this morning?
Alright, well, I'm gonna pack relatively light, so just for the sake of covering my needs, I'm gonna bring my crowbar, just for in case. Use a utility item and as a weapon if need be. I'm gonna take my shoulder bag, I'm gonna take some clothes. We don't know how long we're gonna be in Innsmouth. I'm not gonna be a dirty boy. I'm gonna bring my shampoo, I'll bring my flashlight, my overcoat. I got a pack of gum on me. And never know when things might get a little interesting, so I brought my laxatives as well.
Quite literally, there's a lot to unpack there, so...
It's been a while since I pulled this old prank.
The laxative one.
I'll also note, yes, Yannick's having those cigars with the matches always.
Naturally.
Question, Jarrod.
Yo.
Is it possible for me to move a floorboard in this place without wrecking the hotel floor?
It should be relatively simple if you did it somewhere slightly discreet.
Okay, I'll do that to hide the 41 then, because I feel like even if I put up the sign and do it to step, if I'm gone for days, they're gonna know something's up and look inside.
Yeah.
So I just want to be extra precautious. This gun, I do not own any papers for it. It was illegally gained from a mobster's house. It's it's not great.
It's not just illegal, it's extra illegal.
It's a hot item.
Exactly. It's a very hot item. Hot lead, hot body.
This is evidence.
Oh yeah, I guess it is. All right. Well, I'll do that. I'll take a floorboard out, I'll hide it in there, put it back on, and leave with Yannik.
I say since you have like some materials on you for this kind of work, you just simply pop one out like underneath the bed, just toss the gun there, and just set it back into place, easy peasy.
I used the hand drill I bought and put it back on. Hooray!
Yeah, it's like you drill out the screws holding it down or something. I don't know. Fuck, I'm not smart. I'm just the guy hosting this. So
fair.
Jesus.
Point being, you do manage to get aboard, and I'm not going to make you roll anything because I assume between you and Yannik, you can find a loose board somewhere in a room.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a jerk if you like roll spot checks, but I won't do that.
What about luck?
If we did luck, then it'd be a group luck check, and I mean, we don't need to talk about how lucky Yannik is right now.
No, I'm not particularly lucky right now either.
I don't think anyone is.
I think I've only got like 5 points more than Yannik at the moment.
Actually, I gained most of my luck back. Yeah, I actually gained most of my luck back last session. I'm back up to 48.
I think I got nothing back from last session.
With all that said, you do get your materials all properly secured, packed up, you got your bags full, your guns loaded, your fists ready to fly, and your crowbars ready to pry. And you all set out for the museum.
And cigars at the ready.
The cigars at the ready. That's for when the fat woman sings, right?
Smoke if you got 'em.
You arrive at the museum, and Gregory, you'd show up the earliest. You actually show up so early, in fact, that they have not shown up to open the doors yet. You realize that while they were saying that we're supposed to be meeting here at 6 to discuss how this investigation's going to go, you left a little bit early. It's like 5 till, and you're just kind of sitting in the cold. And eventually a little car rumbles on up and parks along the side of the street, and you can tell it's Lucius, and he gets out, sees you at the door. He's like, "Oh, I see we already have one of our guests. Sorry, I was held up in traffic."
Yeah, if I'd known I was gonna be so early, I would have grabbed your coffee. It's cold out here.
Oh God, I could go for a coffee myself. Anyway,
I mean, we still
here.
got.
He's just going to like move up to you real quick and pull his keys out. We have maybe an hour before Dudley shows up, and then we'll be opening up, so we can discuss things without fear of involving anyone else. have you seen Miss Flowers? Has she shown up yet?
No, as far as I know, I'm the first one here.
Okay. Well, then let me let you in, and we could get things started. And he opens the door, lets you both inside, and he makes his way towards his office. Maybe like 10 minutes later, a little bit after 6, Yannik and... I almost said Gregory. Incorrect. Yannik and Walter show up, and taxi driver goes, "It's a strange place to be asked to be brought at so early a time, but hey, you're paying me, I don't ask questions."
Yeah, very good attitude to have, my friend. Here's the money for your troubles.
Thank you much. Have a good day, you two.
You too, my friend.
You too.
And he peels on out of there. You guys go up to the front door. You open the door, I assume, and no one makes any problems about the door being locked. At all.
Please continue.
I hate me.
Wait, hold on. Does the door seem like it is unlocked?
Is it really unlocked, or is it just closed?
Is there a policeman in front of it?
Not yet. Dudley has not shown up to be front guard duty.
But he is a god, though, so maybe we should reconsider.
I climb the wall. I use my change that I don't have anymore to climb the wall.
Wait, hold on. Guys, listen. I'm pretty sure there's a butcher shop literally like right down the street. If we go there to get a link of sausage...
I think we've derailed this plenty enough.
Oh, man.
I'm assuming,
perfect.
So I'm assuming we just follow Lucius inside.
Yeah, you let yourselves in, and you can hear in the back, you can hear Lucius, and you could assume Gregory talking about, this and that. They're both educated folk, so they're probably, shooting the shit when it comes to... What are you, a physics person? Physicist?
Yeah, I'm a physicist. So I was talking about, Albert Einstein's and his talk about general relativity.
What makes it general?
Take sanity damage.
No, I don't take sanity damage because this is something that he actually released. This is a thing that he talked about at this point in time.
I take sanity damage.
You take sanity damage, yes.
We basic people don't understand science. The characters do, though. And maybe 15 minutes after you're all sitting in the office, finally, in comes Miss Flowers, wearing that same overly large red hat of hers.
It's the only way we can identify her.
Yes, the big red hat and the flapper outfit, non-specific. She comes in, and the first thing she does when she walks in the room is look to, I think it was... Which one of you? One of you offered her a cigarette last time. I think it was Yannik.
That was me.
Oh, was it? I think I offered gin, not cigarettes.
Still got cigarettes?
Guten Tag. And yes, I do. And Yannik will pull out the cigar, and he'll light it for her.
Thank you very much. She takes it. Sorry I'm late. I had a tail for a moment. I think Buck might be onto me, so that's fun.
Who's this Buck person?
The cousin.
That was the son of Billy, right?
Yeah.
That was Buckwheat.
Very same.
Oh, yeah.
Was it Buckwheat?
Buck Flowers.
Buckflower. That's what it was.
I'm fairly certain I lost them, so nothing to be really worried about. It's just annoying that he has people tailing me these days.
I mean, he's probably concerned with his current position, is all.
Yeah. Despite the meeting yesterday, nothing's set in stone about him being the new head of the family.
So they're still...
And he knows it.
They're still up in the air about the who should lead, then.
It's questionable, you could say. A lot of people support him just based off, inheritance and whatnot, but I've got a few people backing me, too. Just not as much and not so vocally. But that's fine.
Well, a beautiful woman as yourself can rely on the three of us to assist you.
And that's what I'm planning on doing.
And Yannik just smiles.
Within reason. Just want to put that out there.
Within reason. Okay.
Walter knows how this shit runs, and he does not want to be full on into it.
Walter is not a simp.
Yes,
Walter is
Walter-
not a simp.
Let it be known, Walter, not the simp.
Not simp. In fact, he is just a normal
He's
guy.
a Chad.
No,
He's a Chad.
for sure not a Chad.
Yeah, Gregory's the Chad in this party.
What are you talking
Walter
about?
King,
Dudley's the-
equal
Du-
rights, equal
Du-
fights.
I mean, he certainly brought that. The guy pulls out a Tommy gun. What does Walter do? Yeah, well, Derringer.
But no, Dudley's the biggest Chad.
I forget. Just trying to remember, there was like a,
Oh,
there
man.
was like a pistol designed for women. I'm trying to remember which one that was. It would have been funny if I used that instead of a Derringer.
Oh, like the tiny little like lipstick gun stuff from like the 60s, like spy weaponry.
I mean, that's like a spy weapon.
Yeah, it's a gun that James Bond uses at one point, I think. I don't remember what it is. Anyway, let's continue.
It's small handheld. Yeah, we're getting sidetracked a bit more than necessary. So, as you're all sitting down, Rosemary speaks up. So, if you guys think there's a connection for what was his name, the Thomas Pitts fellow to the Marsh family, checks notes.
I believe it was Barnaby Marsh.
Yeah, it was
Barnaby Marsh?
Barnabas Marsh.
Oh, okay. What's it? I thought it was like multiple guys.
I had wrote down Barnabish. I had like an ish at the end of it for whatever some
He's
reason.
kind of like Barnabas.
I heard Barnabitch.
Well, that's being saved in the repertoire in case we meet him and want to insult him.
I don't know where I got Marshall Black from.
Yeah, that's gonna. Oh boy. Anyway, the Barnabas fellow though runs the refinery in Innsmouth, and that's really our only lead. And she kind of reaches for the case that she was storing the gold ingot in from last time, the big gold bar, and she pops it open. The gold bar is still there, and she just kind of points it. The very same refinery that this was schmelted in?
Minted.
Yeah, minted in. I'm not one for understanding the actual words for things.
That's fair enough.
I am an educated man.
Yeah, I leave the educated things for the educated people. I have my own businesses, you know?
Eh.
That's why I get people like you and Mr. Mayweather over there. And Mr. Mayweather's sitting at his desk just like, hey, yo.
A question: was the refinery just called like the Marsh refinery or something like that?
Yeah, it's the Marsh Refinery of Innsmouth.
Yeah.
The gold that she has was a payment, a gift from, as you should remember, it's been a few weeks, the gold bar that she has was given to her by Billy just before the incident.
Yeah, and it's our payment if we can help her out.
Exactly. So it can be assumed that Billy got the bar as payment to do his job, then he gave the bar to her, and now she's offering to you to get the guy who paid with it in the first place. So honestly, this gold is going in circles.
Blood money.
Yeah, you're right.
This is a blood brick.
Yeah.
Better blood money than the bloody gun I've got in my fucking hotel room.
She actually kind of tilts her head.
Did you say that out loud?
Is that the?
I said that out of character. I want to be clear.
Oh, okay.
I was not using the
I was
Walter
about to
accent.
say.
You can tell. I'll if I say something Walter, I'll put on the accent, but I'm not saying that out loud.
Like thick accent until, you know, the mental breakdowns start kicking in. But we're not there.
Give it time.
Yeah, everything's eventual, quote Stephen King. So, with that discussed, you are now going to get to the point of how are you getting to Innsmouth?
So we had the foresight to print off maps. Anyone got local maps of Massachusetts in this county?
To be fair, question, because like we're moving on from like basically the middle of the night last night, right?
Yes.
Cool. So I don't think anyone was printing anything.
Yeah, you guys went home because
I
you
was
didn't.
wanting to use my library skill. That's what I wanted to do. But that was, for this session, because I couldn't do it last time.
So question:
Answer.
how does one get to Innsmouth normally?
Innsmouth comes to you.
Yeah, usually Innsmouth will come to you. There are no railroads to Innsmouth. There used to be back in the day, but they're all closed down now. So the only way in is to drive or walk if you're wanting to be, healthy. Driving, you have two choices. You could take a road westward through Bolton, and then from Bolton you could go up to Ipswich and then take a side road down to Innsmouth.
Okay.
Otherwise, you could take it's going to be a little bit longer and have less of the main thoroughfares, but you could go from Arkham up to Essex, and from Essex you could take a main road that has a drive-off point that would lead to Innsmouth too. So
Right.
those are kind of your options.
Yeah. So
I don't suppose we could go to the library and find a map that we could borrow. I don't see why we wouldn't.
in the museum.
Not the museum. I was just saying the local.
Oh, the library. Is it open?
Probably won't be open till maybe 8 o'clock. That would take a few more of your hours, but I mean, that's up to you.
I mean, I don't think we can go to the library just yet. I'm sure there's maps.
I mean, what we could do is we can go up. I mean, we know we need to go north. We can go to Bolton or Essex. I'm sure they have a library we can stop at or ask directions. Something like that.
Yeah. When you're asking for are you asking for a map of Innsmouth
No,
specifically, or are you asking for a map just of the Massachusetts area?
I'm trying to map quest Innsmouth is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get directions directly there, so we have a clean, nice ride.
Okay. I was wondering.
So what I was wanting to do is I was trying to get a local county map. So we have we have Arkham, Bolton, we have all the actual local area. So if we ever wanted to get to one place to another, that's how we would do it. I'm sure there is a place we could just buy a map. We could probably find one at a traveler spot. We can pick one up and
if Yannik comes from Salem often enough, he probably already has one, right?
I mean, Salem's a little bit. I think it's south, and you're going to be heading north.
It's almost as close as Innsmouth, though.
I mean, Salem's pretty damn close.
You know what? Shit. Just give me a group luck check. Maybe he does have one.
Yeah, Yannik,
You know
roll, this is
what?
for you.
Yes. Luck check.
Oh boy.
Let it be known.
All right, luck.
Does Yannik have a map of the local area?
No.
Nope.
Unfortunately not. He's just really good at remembering the directions to Arkham.
Which is a compliment to his character.
It's a compliment to his character indeed.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I'm able to remember the routes I take to get here from Salem.
Alright, no dice on that then.
Well, a question is, how do we get to Innsmouth, actually?
Yes, I do have a vehicle I can, that I have somewhere, if I can remember correctly.
He has an economy class. It sits 3 people not very comfortably. So you've parked it somewhere outside of it's somewhere probably around back of the museum because you came here for the last meeting to get paid and whatnot, and then you hopped a cab with Walter. You completely forgot you had a car. That, or you thought ahead because you were slightly tipsy from all the drinking and thought best not to drive.
We were actually a bit drunk, so that's fair.
I'm gonna say you thought ahead.
I'm surprised that it hasn't gotten towed at this point.
There we go.
I mean, it's by the museum. I'm assuming it's it's not
Yeah,
huge. It's not a huge deal.
It's fine. It's only been there for 12 hours. Maybe 24 hours at this point. It's complicated.
Anyway, let me go to the car so I can make sure everything's in order. However, it might be a little bit uncomfortable, though.
I mean,
But you should handle it fine. And he smiles and walks away.
I mean, at least you have a car. I had to hitchhike to get to Arkham.
I took a bus.
The character development. How do we get to Arkham?
Car, bus, hitchhiking.
I couldn't take a train directly in here.
So, Lucius is going to speak up and just kind of say, so do any of you need anything in particular before you head out?
I mean, do you know anything about Innsmouth in particular, Doc? Because, we would appreciate a rundown if you have the info.
I did a little bit of light reading last night. They don't have a very, populous, city. And it's been on the decline for some years. There's only one hotel there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called the Gilman House, I think.
Huh.
If you want, I could probably send a telegram down there and book you some rooms in case it's, booked right now.
I mean, that would be lovely.
That would be very much appreciated.
Yeah, I already packed to stay overnight, so just in case we needed to.
It'll be under my name. It'll be under Mr. Mayweather, just so you know. And I think he starts grabbing his coat and whatnot. I should probably do that really fast, because if you're going to be leaving, it needs to be there, and I don't know how it's going to go, and this is going to be a thing.
How about this? You worry about that, and this will be as a token of my gratitude. I hand him a cigarette.
You hand him the cigar. I don't smoke.
Oh, potty poopa.
Well, I still have some of that gin from last night if you want it at some point.
And I tried to avoid drinking.
You want a piece of gum?
You know what? Roll me the persuasion, just because.
Alright, hold on.
He's one vice.
This is your chance to level persuasion.
Get it?
Ah, 30.
Oh.
It was your chance. He shakes his head. He's like, no, I'm quite fine as I am. Thank you, though. I'm sorry to be a bit of a bother on this, but could you continue the conversation maybe round back or somewhere else? If I'm going to be heading out to send the telegram, I'm going to have to close the place up.
That's fair.
No, that is fine. Gentlemen, let's just go. Follow
I
me.
just had this really funny, stupid thought. I'm gonna push the persuade. I'm gonna shove the gum into his mouth.
Oh, no.
No, that's the what if.
Seductively places gum in his mouth.
I trace his lips with the stick of gum seductively.
That would be charm, not persuade.
That would be charm and not persuade.
Stop stealing my personal flirting techniques, you bastard.
That's not even like flirting, it's just gross.
Oh my god. So the five of you pick yourselves up and head outside. You've been chatting for a little bit, and as you get outside and the door closes and he starts locking it up and you guys are just kind of idly chatting. Rosemary's trying to give you some directions, like what roadways you could take to reach, say, Bolton or Essex.
Yeah, it's taking down notes.
Actually, I'm gonna roll a navigate check for her to see if she gives you good directions, because that might affect things.
Oh boy.
I don't imagine she was geared towards navigation, though.
Yeah, she does not have navigate skill, but there's always the chance. Go Rose. It's 56. Shame. She's like, there's roads you take. I'm sorry, I usually have someone driving me around. I don't pay attention.
Yeah, let's take the main one, I guess.
Understandable.
I mean, the main road would be nice. It's more well cared for than those country roads.
Yeah, I mean, following our good friend Gregory's suggestion before, we might just stop on one of the stops along the way and grab a map to get the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting.
Yeah, probably a good idea. It would be difficult to find Innsmouth. It's kind of out of the way. I don't think there were really any signs that point you to it. I didn't really know that it was a place until these events.
We'll just pick up a map at Bolton or Ipswich or something, and then we'll find the rest of the way.
So you guys make your way like down the steps and towards the sidewalk where Lucius's car is parked, and he reaches for his keys. As you are moving down the steps, though, give me a spot hidden.
73.
Where's the spot hidden? There it is.
That's a 31, everyone.
Yannik, your time in the war made you kind of sharper for things, especially when it comes to like keeping watch.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that Rose basically talked about, oh yeah, I was being tailed by someone, kind of has you on edge, and you're looking around out at the streets. And you see a car across the street parked in an alleyway. You can't see anyone inside of it, but it's sitting there nestled, and well, it's not like it's a spot where you usually park.
Yannick's eyes narrow at where the car is, and he is immediately going to then wrap one arm around each of the gentlemen, and he goes, I feel like this road trip will at least be a good bonding moment for us, don't you think, gentlemen?
I mean, I guess...
And he smiles, but then he whispers very softly, he goes, be careful. We might have someone possibly watching. Now laugh as if I said something funny. And he starts laughing. And he opens the door to his cars.
Rose is going to like hard pan to you guys. What?
Hey, it'll be nice to head down to Salem. We might run into some witches, huh? And I wanted to make this a, if possible, a fast talk. I want to make a fast talk to lie that we're going to Salem.
Okay. Mind you, the car is across the street. Who are you trying to convince?
Did Yannik point it out by any chance, or?
Yes.
Like, if nothing else, I'm letting on that there is a ruse that is being carried out right now.
Yep.
I guess so. Throw it out.
Ah, damn. It's only 64.
I could have succeeded with that, but I didn't come up with the idea, so you learn.
So, as Lucius goes around, he opens up his car, and looking over, like, the hood of the car, over the top, towards you guys on the sidewalk, he's like, so remember, it's going to be under Mr. Mayweather, Gilman House. I don't know the exact, like, address, but it's, like, the only hotel there, so I think it should be relatively easy to find. And as he's going on, you hear an engine turn over, and across the street, the headlights come on for the car in the alleyway, and it kind of moves out of the alleyway and pulls up in front of Lucius's car, just kind of blocking his exit. And the front doors open, and two well-dressed men get out, and they're like, one of them nods to Rosemary, and the other one looks towards you, Yannik, specifically, and goes, sharp eyes on this one, eh? And his friend's like, yeah, talk all you want, I do not give a fuck. The driver goes around back and opens a door, and a third person steps out, and, it's like, what's like a will save in this game? It's not a sanity check, but to keep your cool.
Ooh.
It's like, it doesn't exist, but I feel like it's necessary at the same
psychology.
time.
Power? Would power work? I mean, power is clear.
Power can work.
Yeah, it's like sanity. Anyway, what happens is, stepping out of the car is the spitting image, and it's convenient for you, Walter, because you saw the image of this fellow earlier when you were in the house. Buck Flowers gets out of the back of the car.
Hey everyone, welcome to the end of the episode. It's sad because you won't be able to hear our voices for an entire week. Well, the good news is you can harass me on Twitter at SicklyWiz because I'm a day late. Yes, I'm talking to you in particular. Be sure to share this with your friends, and again, the next episode will be up the 15th of November, hopefully. I've done a relatively good job of staying consistent so far. I've not really been later than about a day or so hopefully that will remain true, but with that, that's all I gotta say. I'll see you guys later.